What if I told you your credit report is lying about you? And what if I told you those lies are costing you hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars every year? It sounds like a conspiracy theory, but it's a shocking reality for millions. A 2024 study from the Consumer Reports and Work Money found that a whopping 44% of people who check their credit reports find at least one mistake. That's almost half. An older, well-known study from the FTC also found that 1 in 5 consumers have an error on their credit report. These aren't just little typos. We're talking about bogus late payments, accounts that aren't even yours, and negative marks that should have vanished years ago. These mistakes can absolutely kill your credit score. And the low score is basically a giant flashing sign to lenders to say, charge this person more money for everything. I've always never understood why this is not taught in schools, but that's another subject. But here's the good news. You don't just have to sit there and take it. You have the power to fight back. In this video, I'm going to expose the top 5 report lies that are draining your bank account. And more importantly, I'm going to give you the exact game plan to dispute these errors and reclaim your financial health. So if you're ready to stop paying for mistakes you didn't even make, let's get started. Lie number 1. It's the case of mistaken identity. This happens when one of the big 3 credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, or TransUnion, get your information scrambled with someone else's. Maybe you have a common name like Jessica Garcia. Maybe you share a name with your dad or son. I've had to help my cousin out with this one before. Or maybe your social security number is 1 digit off from a stranger's, and a simple typo has now merged your financial lives. Suddenly, your credit report is showing accounts you've never opened, addresses you never lived at, and the worst part is debts and late payments that belong to someone you've never met in your entire life. This isn't just an inconvenience. It's a direct hit to your financial reputation. You could be turned down for a mortgage, a car loan, or even decent apartments because some bureau's computer thinks you have a history of not paying lenders. It's costing you real money through higher interest rates on any credit you do manage to get. So, how do you fight this? You have to put on your detective hat, right? Get your credit report from all 3 credit bureaus. I suggest Smart Credit. If you use my partnership link in the description down below, I will give you access to Credit Complete Pro and Debt Negotiator Pro. And I also will let you schedule a free one-on-one Zoom call with me. I'll explain more about this later. But don't just pull one. An error might be lurking on your Equifax report, but not on your Experian report. So you need to check all 3 credit bureaus. Second, gather your evidence. Go through each report line by line. Highlight every single thing that isn't yours. Names, addresses, and especially accounts you do not recognize. Make copies of your driver's license and utility bill or a bank statement to prove you are and where you live. Finally, file a formal dispute. And I highly recommend you do this the old-fashioned way. The old-fashioned way is with certified letters. Sure, the bureaus have online portals, but a certified letter with a return receipt creates what I call a paper trail. That paper trail is your best friend for protecting your rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, otherwise known as the FCRA. In your letter, clearly list the items that are wrong because they belong to someone else. Send that letter and your proof to every bureau that's reporting the mistake. The FCRA requires them to investigate, usually within 30 days. If you want help with this process, step by step, join my community. The link will be down in the bio. Let's get to lie number 2, the phantom account. This is when an account you never ever opened just magically appears on your credit report. It could be a credit card, a personal loan, anything. When you see this, it's a giant red flag for one thing: identity theft. This is when a thief gets their hand on your personal info, your name, social security number, you name it, and goes on a shopping spree in your name. They max out the cards, they grab loans, money, and vanish, leaving you to deal with the trashed credit score. The fallout is fast and brutal. Your score will tank, the new accounts jack up your debt load, and when the thief stops paying, the string of late payments will wreck your payment history, which is the single biggest factor in your credit score. Fixing this is a two-front battle. You're not just correcting an error, you're taking your identity back. So step 1, immediately place a fraud alert and a credit freeze on your reports. A fraud alert tells lenders to be extra careful when verifying your identity. A credit freeze is a nuclear option. It locks down your credit report, making it almost impossible for anyone to open a new account. Just contact one bureau for the fraud alert. They have to tell the other 2. But for a freeze, you have to contact all 3 individuals: Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Step 2, file an official identity theft report with the FTC at identitytheft.gov. This report is your golden ticket. It's the official document that says you are a victim of a crime. I also suggest filing a police report as well. Step number 3, dispute the bogus accounts with the credit bureaus. Again, use certified mail only. Include a copy of your FTC identity theft report. Clearly state that the accounts are fraudulent and you're not responsible for them. Under the FCRA, once you provide the right documents, they have to block the fraudulent information from your credit report. Now let's get to lie number 3. The next lie is sneaky but incredibly common. It's when your credit report rewrites history, falsely claiming you paid a bill late when you know you paid it on time. You paid your credit card bill on the 15th, right on schedule. You've got the bank statement to prove it, but a month later, your credit score has dropped 50 points. You pull your credit report, and there it is, a 30-day late payment mark from that exact company. It's very, very frustrating, and it's expensive. Payment history is king, making up 35% of your FICO score. A single fake late payment can stick around for 7 years, costing you thousands in extra interest over the life of a car loan or a mortgage. So the question is, how do you beat this one? It all comes down to the paper trail. You can't win a he say, she say argument with the creditors. You'll never win that. You need proof. So first, dig up your evidence. Find the bank statements, cancel checks, or email confirmation showing you paid on time. The burden of proof, I'm going to say it again, the burden of proof is on you. The second thing you're going to want to do is dispute the error with both the credit bureau and the creditor and the company that reported it. The FCRA gives you the right to go directly to the source of the bad information. Once again, this is always the theme. Use certified mail. Certified mail, okay? Send one letter to the credit bureaus with your proof explaining the mistake. Send another similar letter directly to the creditor's billing dispute department. In both letters, demand they correct the record to show that you paid on time. By hitting them from both sides, you crank up the pressure and make a quick fix more likely. If you need help fixing your credit, sign up for credit monitoring using my partnership link down below. It's $29.99 a month. And yes, I do make a $15 commission, but I want you to listen to me. I give you access to 4 things, and I guarantee you nobody else in this same field will offer you this. The first thing you get access to is Credit Complete Pro. This is my step-by-step program teaching you how to clean your credit from start to finish, get rid of collections, charge-off, bankruptcies, late payments, and much, much more. In my private community, I've had a total of around 35 people start their own credit repair companies. That's how good that program is. The second thing I give you access to is Debt Negotiator Pro. Now, I've been in the debt collection industry for over 15 years. I used to sue people, place accounts on people's credit report, and yes, I used to buy debt pennies on the dollar. I'm the person who in credit repair will tell you, sometimes you're gonna have to pay your debt. And if you have to pay your debt, trust me, you're gonna need Debt Negotiator Pro. I've had a total of 10 people start debt settlement companies. That's how good that program is. The third thing, and the most important thing is, I'm not gonna just give you 2 programs and say good luck. I let you schedule a free one-on-one Zoom call with me. This way, I'm looking at your credit because you signed up for credit monitoring using my link. I'm identifying the errors on your credit profile. And then I'm telling you what to do as far as building credit as well. The fourth thing that you get to take advantage of is being part of my community. All this is included just for paying for credit monitoring, which is $29.99 a month. But it's something you're gonna need to clean up your credit, and you can't use none of those free sites. So take advantage of it. Down below in the description, we'll have all the links. Okay, so let's get back to it. Lie number 4 is what I call zombie debt. This negative stuff that should have died and been buried years ago. The Fair Credit Reporting Act is very clear about how long most negative remarks can haunt you. For things like late payments, collections, and charge-offs, the clock runs out after 7 years. A Chapter 7 bankruptcy is the big exception. This can stay for up to 10 years. But sometimes, thanks to clerical errors or sketchy collectors, this ancient history overstays its welcome. A collection account from 8 years ago is still showing up, or a late payment from 2015 is still showing up on your report in 2025, that's illegal. The old information is holding your score back, even though you've long since moved on. Fighting zombie debt is often the easiest dispute to win because it's based on a hard deadline. Your job here is simple. Be the timekeeper. Pull your reports and look at the date of first delinquency on any negative item. If you spot an item that's older than 7 years or the 10-year limit, it's time to act. Draft your dispute letter to the credit bureaus. You don't need a long story, just state the facts. List the account, then clearly point out the date it first went delinquent. And state that it's older than the legal reporting period allowed by the FCRA. Request that the outdated item be deleted immediately. The bureaus have to follow the law, and they're usually removing it without a fight. Lie number 5, I call it the double-edged sword of duplicate accounts and incorrect statuses. Here's an example. Let's say you had a medical bill that went to collections. you might see both the original doctor's office and the collection agency listed as two separate negative accounts. It's the same debt, but it's hitting your score twice. Another version of this is an incorrect account status. Maybe you finally paid off your car loan, but the account is still listed as an open with a balance. Or you settled a collections, but the account still shows you owe the full amount. This is super harmful. The duplicate negative account is like getting two punches instead of one. An account that incorrectly shows a balance messes up your credit utilization ratio, which is 30% of your score. It makes you look way riskier to the lenders than you actually are. Fixing this one requires a sharp, keen eye. First, scan your reports for duplicates. Look for accounts from the original creditor and a collection agency for the same debt. If you find one, dispute it. In your letter to the bureaus, identify both accounts. Explain they're the same debt and demand one to be removed. Next, check the status of all your accounts, especially the ones you recently paid off. If an account has the wrong balance or it's showing as open when it should be closed, dispute it with both the bureau and the creditor. Provide your proof, a paid in full letter, a settlement agreement, or a bank statement showing a zero balance. Demand they update your account to close or paid with a zero balance. This simple fix can give your score a healthy instant boost. There you have it. The 5 biggest lies your credit report might be telling you and the battle plan to set the record straight. From mistaken identity to zombie debt, these errors aren't just numbers on a screen. They have real impact on your wallet. Again, if you want help with this, join my free private community. The link is in the bio. Now, if you have any questions about credit or debt, put it down in the comment section and I promise I'll answer it. And like I always say, you be great.